Let's bring in now Julia Manchester, national politics reporter with our partners at The Hill. Julia, you know we love our partners at The Hill. Thank you so much for your time here. So at this point, we are still a year out from the election. How significant is the polling at this point in the election cycle?
Yeah, look, I think it's very important to say that we are a year out because we know that polling could certainly change, and we know that different events could happen in between now and the election, which could impact polling. You know, for example, the economy could improve under President Biden's administration, and that would seemingly help him with polling. I think, you know, the conflict in the Middle East and some of the other foreign conflicts and President Biden's handling of those conflicts could also play a role into polling. So it is a bit too early to tell. That being said, though, I think this poll definitely does have Democrats on notice and Biden supporters on notice going into 2024. Look, he's an incumbent president. We know that this matchup between Biden and Trump is not necessarily a favorable one for a lot of voters, but Democrats really want to make sure they're turning out their base going into 2024 because we know that turnout is key. They want to make sure the base is galvanized and that voters feel excited voting for President Biden, particularly in these swing states. And in a lot of these swing states like Michigan and Arizona, where some polls show President Trump doing better than President Biden, that's a big concern for the Biden team because we know that they are key for him winning in November.
You know, and Julia, you mentioned there, you know, we know Biden's age and how he has handled the economy are really the things at this point people dislike the most. Obviously, there's this burgeoning conflict in the Middle East. We don't know how that will play out. But, you know, the current president can only change one of those. He certainly cannot change his age. And, you know, the former president is only about 4 years behind him. So in the end, is the age thing really going to matter?
You know, I think it will matter on both sides in many ways. Like I said, I think there are a lot of voters who look at a Biden-Trump matchup and they feel that it is unfavorable and that they would rather have fresher faces. However, Biden appears on track to win his party's primary, and obviously President Trump very much appears on track to win his party's primary. I think a lot of this has to do with perception of age, though. You know, I think both of these men are obviously, you know, getting up there in age. President Trump is, you know, 4 years younger than President Biden, but I think President Trump is looked at as maybe being a bit more energetic than President Biden. You know, he is up at all hours on Truth Social. He is making all of these legal appearances, which you would think would be negative for him. However, he's treating this testimony in his upcoming cases as campaign appearances, if you will. So he's putting himself out there in the spotlight. He's in the news cycle quite a bit. So I think that's certainly helping him in a way. So in terms of, you know, how that impacts Biden, look, I think age and the perception of age is a big issue for Biden.
All right. Yeah, we will certainly see what happens. Julia Manchester, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.